collect in the U.S., China, Africa, all over.
See, I didn't know that.
Well, there you go.
Huh.
We're visiting with Mr. Delcy Theriault, who is a veteran of World War II. He's showing us here a picture of himself as a young man in uniform, good-looking gentleman, and some of the medals he came back with. As we look at the Purple Heart here, at the Battle of the Bulge, and over here we have the American Defense Medal, and on this side is the European Middle Eastern Medal. Over here we have the American Campaign. This one is a Good Conduct, and the one at the bottom is I can't remember. On reviendra plus tard. Après ça, il y a 6 battle stars, and we can account for 4 or 5 of them. One of them was the Normandy and Battle of the Bulge. C'est d'autres, vous dites?
Northern France.
Northern France and the Rhine.
Right.
Rhine was another battle. Puis il y en a un autre qu'on va penser plus tard, là. Puis il y en a une là, qui a été mise là just to make it a nice picture.
Make it even.
Mais he was in another battle. On va prendre une seconde pour regarder what medal this is here. This one here is called the World War II medal. So here we have 6 medals and 4 or 5 battle stars and a picture of Mr. Theriault as he looked as a young soldier from Fort Kent. Ici on a un portrait là in training des 155 mm cannons, ça, Monsieur Theriault?
155, right?
Après ça, il y a des 50 mm
50 mm on top of it.
on top of it.
Just so save ammunition.
Okay. So this is some of the equipment you had. Ici, on a un portrait de M. Theriault en 1937. He was a lumberjack in New Hampshire. You see que j'étais in New Hampshire?
Berlin,
Berlin. So this is before the war, cutting wood in New Hampshire at the age of 21. Here we have a picture of Mr. Delcy Theriault in 1941. So at that time you were 25 years old. So this is the fall of 41. The Japanese had not invaded Pearl Harbor yet, and already this man was in the army. Here we have Mr. Theriault on the left, had basic training in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Met up with a Eagle Lake man, Leonard Parent. Came from the same region, so they were very happy to see each other. Monsieur Theriault ici est avec... attends, là, are you on the left or the right? Il est avec...
Oui, là.
OK. Il est avec Hempé, vous dites?
Hempé Laugier.
Hempé Laugier, le frère à Kun Laugier de Soldier Pond. Monsieur Laugier reste à Connecticut à cette heure. They met at Fort Bragg in basic training in North Carolina. Met for the first time over there.
Ouais.
Vous avez été à Fort Bragg, vous avez été à Louisiana, quoi?
Oui.
Ça, c'est vos tantes, et puis some more training over there.
Les tantes, ça, ouais.
Yeah. You sais que c'était à Louisiana, vous dites?
Estlafield.
Okay. So you're getting ready to go overseas. Yeah, Monsieur Theriault, c'est là, il y a un souvenir de Germany, vous dites?
Germany.
You sais que c'est qu'expliquez-moi donc ça, cette affaire-là, hein?
C'est une German bayonet.
Something that you would attach on a gun?
They attach that on the gun.
Okay.
German attach that on the gun.
Au télé, dans le... Take it out of the thing, au télé, là, sortez-le, là. Oh, yeah. Now, how come you were able to bring this across?
We were searching the houses after the war in Germany.
Okay.
And I found that underneath a mattress.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
In a house?
Yeah.
And so to bring it over, you had to have permission, I imagine.
Yes, I had to have the paper from the captain.
Isn't that the paper?
This is the paper they gave me.
Oh, yeah. So the captain authorized you to bring this home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that something, huh?
We was allowed only one souvenir, each person. See.
Oh, one souvenir per person.
Oh, yeah.
OK. Donne-moi ça, ce couteau. Very good. Now, Mr. Theriault, you were born 1916 right here in Fort Kent?
1916. April 13, 1916.
À Fort Kent?
Yeah.
Ah ouais? Restez-vous dans South Pearl-Brook, ce temps-là?
South Pearl-Brook.
C'est vrai?
En bas de la côte.
Le monde de site?
Yeah.
Puis toute votre vie, là, vous étiez un lumberjack, quoi? Farmer, non? Jamais?
Oui.
Farmer,
Je
tout?
veux dire, avant la guerre,
Avant la guerre.
j'étais en lumberjack.
OK. Puis comment ça que vous étiez rendu à New Hampshire? Il n'y avait pas assez de...
En lumberjack, voilà. Ils payaient mieux.
Payait mieux à New Hampshire?
Oui.
Comment
J'étais allé 3 fois à New Hampshire.
Comment est-ce qu'il payait?
Ils payaient 3 pièces la corde.
Ah.
Et c'était une pièce et demie, 2 pièces.
Oh, les boys. Puis une corde, celle-là, c'était pas avec une chainsaw, là?
Non, non, c'est tout bon que ça.
Buck saw. So how long did it take to cut a cord of wood?
Il prenait pas mal du temps.
Ouais?
Ouais. Ben, on va dire, on se mettait 3 hommes ensemble.
Ouais.
On mettait 7-8 cordes par jour. Avec un joual, puis 3 hommes.
So, ça faisait comme 20 piastres par jour à 3 hommes.
Ouais.
Fallait vous filer votre joual?
Non, il était
Ah.
filé par le compagnie.
Puis c'était pas votre joual à vous autres?
Non.
So, it was clear money.
Ouais, ouais.
Ça fait que ça vous
On
donnait
payait pas pension là-dessus, mais ça maintenant.
Oh, is that right? So you had $7.
C'est ouais. C'était pour la Brown Company,
Ah!
de New Hampshire.
Mais $7 a day, c'était gros ce temps-là, ça?
Oui, on pensait que c'était bon, certain.
Ouais. Mon père...
On faisait pas ça de oui.
Non. Parce que mon père, il me compte qu'il travaillait pour une pièce par jour. Puis...
On voulait travailler pour 50 cents par jour, par ici, moi.
Pas drôle, hein? À cette heure-là, vous, là, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? La guerre a commencé en 1939 en
Ouais.
Europe, là.
J'étais...
Quand est-ce?
a commencé, j'étais à... Arrête-moi. À Ravengard, une compagnie à Ravengard.
Oh, vous travaillez par là.
Il avait travaillé le bois par là.
Mais comment ça qu'ils commençaient déjà à drafter à ce temps-là, quoi?
Oui.
Ça fait que...
J'étais dans le 2e draft qu'a décollé de Fort Kent.
Is that right? Quand c'était ça?
Hein?
What year was that? What,
41.
1941 in the fall or the summer?
Il était drafté le 1er août.
C'est le deuxième bunch qui allait.
Ouais.
Votre nom était sur la liste. Ça allait pas par l'alphabet de même, hein?
Non.
Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ça quand vous avez fait drafter?
Ah, j'avais rien dit. Je le
Ouais.
dirais, c'est tout.
Ouais.
Ouais.
Et le monde de ce temps-là, je
On ne
pense.
savait pas que ça
Ben,
était en
c'est-
guerre à ce
c'est
temps-là.
ça,
On était drafté pour un an.
Ah, yeah.
tu sais, mais l'année était longue.
Euh, comme toutes les guerres, ils disaient que ça va finir bien vite, je pense.
Oui, oui.
Ouais. Fait que dans ce temps-là, il y avait un que Germany là, qui était pas de sans peur, là.
Ouais.
So you spent the whole fall your basic training, quoi?
Non, il était 3 mois de basic training.
OK.
Après ça, ils m'ont transféré dans la 28th Division.
Ça, c'était quoi, ça? Infantry, ça?
Artillery.
Artillery?
28th Division Infantry, mais moi, j'étais dans l'artillerie.
Okay, so you were like a gunner? Is that what they called you?
Ouais.
A gunner?
Ouais. J'étais pas gunner au commencement, mais j'ai fait gunner après ça.
Ah, OK. Puis là, comment longtemps que vous avez trainé, là?
Dans Louisiana, là, on était sur les maneuvers tout le temps.
Pardon?
On était sur des maneuvers.
OK.
Ils nous avaient mis la 28th Division pour pratiquer des jeunes rookies qui venaient sur les maneuvers, les envoyer overseas.
Okay, so you were training others?
On était 2 ans, ouais.
Oh!
On était fin de traîner d'autres, tu sais. Après qu'ils étaient traînés sur un certain manœuvre, ils envoyaient overseas.
Oh, yeah.
Nous autres, on restait là pendant traîner d'autres.
Ben,
Tout revenu.
c'était une belle job, ça? C'était une belle job, ça?
Oui, c'était pas pire. Mais j'étais sur les manœuvres, en base, partout. Là.
Oh, yeah. You were like making believe it was
Ah
war.
oui, c'est pareil comme Real War. tu sais.
You usais-tu du live ammunition, puis tout ça?
Non,
Non.
tous des blancs, puis les airplanes qui nous bombaient, là, c'était avec des sandbags.
Oh!
Si en Sainte-Bague qui tombait à Renzo, on était supposé tomber en bas.
Ah,
Il a
ok.
fait des-
Là, on ne pouvait plus se battre à Renzo. Jusqu'à notre bateau à côte. tu sais.
Ça fait que là, s'il y en a qui tombait sur la tête, à
C'est
Sainte-Bague,
rare que ça arrivait que ça tombait sur la tête. Mais
il n'a dit que ça les est arrivé?
non.
Non.
Il y en a un qui a tombé à moi en coup. Je me suis lâché à bas. Là, j'étais content.
Ouais.
J'avais plus besoin de me battre. Là.
Content d'être mort.
Ça revient à moi, puis il dit, hey, qu'est-ce que tu fais à bas, toi? Je me suis fait tuer tantôt. Hein.
T'es blessé?
Il voulait continuer à travailler, pareil.
Ouais.
J'ai dit, non, je me suis fait tuer tantôt. J'ai pas pu rien faire.
T'es content d'être mort cette fois-là? Fait que là, quand est-ce que vous avez traversé la mer, là?
Traversé dans
En
43,
43?
dans l'automne.
Dans l'automne. Ça fait que vous avez été deux grosses années à trainer l'eau.
Au-dessus de 2 ans, ouais.
So how long did it take to go across?
Au prix, 11 jours de traverser.
Y avait-il des
Des submarines dans l'eau. Il fallait que la Navy tournait les submarines. Ils savaient pas mal ce qu'ils étaient.
Ouais.
Puis ils tournaient les submarines. Ça a pris une grande escouade. On fait bien plus de chemin qu'on était supposé quand tu es revenu.
Ouais. Vous avez landé en Angleterre, quoi?
Oui, à South Wales, England.
Oh, okay. Puis là, that was to get ready to go across.
Mhm.
So where was your first real taste of battle?
Normandie.
Une botte, ah.
Vous avez landé à Normandy?
Ouais.
Holy boy.
Le deuxième jour après l'invention.
Okay, so that was like on the 7th of June?
Ouais. 8.
The 8th of June.
Yeah.
Faisait 2 jours que ça avait commencé.
Ouais.
Ça,
Il y avait 10 000 de prix.
10 000 de large ou 10 000 de creux?
10 000 de loin, puis l'argent, ben, je peux pas dire juste.
Ouais. Puis là, il y avait encore de la résistance à ce point-là?
Ah
là?
oui.
Ouais. Les Germans qui étaient dans le pillbox, je pense.
Ouais,
bien.
pour être sur l'eau qu'on attendait, les autres, pendant 2 jours, là. C'est la 9e division qui a fait l'invasion.
OK.
Puis 28 était sur l'eau qui attendait pour avoir de la place pour débarquer.
Ouais.
Ça a pris 2 jours avant qu'on ait de la place.
Ouais. Qu'est-ce que vous avez vu là, quand vous avez landé sur le beach? Là? Y avait-il des bodies en masse?
Oui, il y avait des bordées. Le bord de la beach, une partie de ça, c'était rouge, le sang.
Holy.
Mais normalement, hein?
Hey, tu peux bien croire. Puis là, you just came in and went with the rest of them, là?
Ouais.
Là, quand est-ce que vous avez commencé à vous battre un peu, là?
On commençait en débarquant,
Suite en débarquant.
on avançait 10 000, là. On prit la place de 20e division.
Ah, OK.
Puis,
And you were the 28th?
28 division.
28th, yeah.
Ouais.
Fait que là, you just kept going. This was in France, Normandy, France. Ça, c'était dans l'été de 1944.
Ouais.
Okay, so you invaded the Normandy.
Mhm.
Ça, c'est une de vos batailles. Vous disiez Northern France. Quand est-ce que vous avez été là? C'était avant.
Après qu'on traversait Paris, tout ça. Là.
So you just went through France, là.
Ouais.
And then ended up in Northern France.
Mhm.
Now, why do they call this another battle in Northern France? Y avait-il de la grosse résistance, là, quoi?
Chaque partie, il appelle ça un autre bateau, à cause de la ligne, là.
Ah, OK. All right. Fait que là, ça regardait bien, là, puis les Germans étaient pas mal
On
surroundés.
était
Puis...
tout tranquille sur le front. On était tranquille pendant 3 semaines sur le front.
Vous étiez rendu, vous dites, en Allemagne, là, pendant ce temps-là.
Ouais, on était rendu 10 000 en Allemagne.
Puis ils appelaient ça le titan de Schmidt.
Smith.
Puis ça ne attendait pas grand-chose, quoi.
Tout était tranquille. On faisait rien que la garde, là, sur la ligne.
Ouais.
Puis les Allemands ont déclaré ça, là. Il y avait attelé nos troupes qui étaient l'infanterie, une partie de l'infanterie, puis ça était en arrière, en pot. Puis nous autres, l'artillerie, au Wachet. Ils ont venu puis ils nous ont frappés.
Puis ils sont prêts.
Les autres étaient prêts. Ils ont venu avec
Les tanks.
les tanks, puis toutes les puis tout ça.
Ouais. J'étais en train de lire un petit peu le Battle of the Bulge. Je pense qu'il disait qu'il y avait 300 000 Allemands.
Ah oui.
300 000 soldats allemands.
Ils ont mis 9 divisions, là, quand ils nous ont attaqués. Il y
Ouais.
avait 9 divisions qui ont attaqué la 28, puis la 29, puis la 09.
Ça, c'était dans le mois de décembre, là.
Ouais, le 16 décembre.
16 de décembre.
Ils ont commencé à nous attaquer le 17. Je veux dire, oui, le 16. Ouais.
16, ouais.
J'ai été blessé le 17, moi.
Quelle sorte de blessure que vous avez eue?
Ça en a éclat de boulet de canon
Une épaule.
qui m'a fessé dans le bras gauche, traversé dans le dos.
Ça passe à travers?
Ouais.
Puis là, c'était... comment vous avez fait pour sortir de là, là? Vous avez tombé à bord et il y a quelqu'un qui vous a ramassé?
Non, j'étais dans un foxon, puis le boulet de canon à l'un des deux, à moi.
OK.
J'avais pas eu le temps de docker notre foxon.
Ah, OK.
Puis là, ça m'a fessé. J'avais un téléphone avec moi. Puis là, c'est un de mes chums, moi, qui étaient avec moi sur le canon, là.
Ouais.
Et c'était comme un gros fessé. Ils avaient tout envoyé dans les foxons. Puis j'ai dit, je vais watcher le canon tout seul, moi. Puis le canon était chargé, prêt à tirer. On était rien qu'après le commandement pour tirer. Puis notre téléphone line avait été coupé. Forward Observer. Ça fait qu'il ne pouvait pas tirer. Mais tu aurais attendu un boulet de canon qui venait vers moi. Il a un veste, avec de la grêle.
Oh,
Partout.
jeez.
Là, j'ai parti à courir. J'avais un téléphone de mon oreille. C'est moi qui prenais les commandements.
Ouais.
Parce à courir, mon foxon, il y a un qui le temps de sauter dedans, il n'a pas eu le temps de me rabosiner dedans. Là, le boulet m'a fessé. Puis,
Savez-vous que j'étais blessé, là? Ça te fait mal? Des fois, ça fait pas mal, ça?
c'est pas ça, ça m'a engourdi, bro.
Ah, yeah.
Engourdi. Mais j'avais une flashlight, j'ai pris une flashlight.
Ah, c'est le soir, ça, là?
2h05 après minuit.
Oh, les boys. Quand est-ce que vous dormez, là?
Non, on était réveillés. Pas grand-chose à dormir, ce temps-là.
Comme ça, c'est le milieu de la nuit, ça, là?
Ouais.
So you had to use a flashlight to see how bad you were off, or what?
Yeah. J'ai regardé, puis j'ai vu qu'il y avait un trou dans mon butin. Puis, bon, c'est ma main qui était blessée. Là, ça a commencé à dégousser. Là, je sentais mon mal.
Ouais.
Puis c'est moi qui étais supposé. L'autre caporal qui était dans les autres fonctions, là.
Ouais.
J'étais supposé coller. C'était responsable pour les autres, là. Puis là, je collais, les collais, je savais tous les noms. S'il y en avait qui sont fait blessés ou non. Puis ils m'ont tout répondu, ils étaient tout corrects. Il y en a un qui dit, Theriault, t'as quelque chose, toi, ici. J'ai dit, non, j'ai rien. Ah, il dit, t'as vrai, pas pareil, t'as de quoi certain. J'ai dit, on va aller à toi. Il dit, non, brillez pas, c'est trop rough. J'ai dit, attendez, puis, mais que je peux y aller, vous y aller. Puis, je vais aller à vous autres, plutôt. J'ai dit, j'ai été blessé, mais je vais aller à vous autres, plutôt. Fait que là, quand on se flaquait, puis ils ont commencé à tirer, éloigner de moi un peu, là, il y avait une chance de courir aux autres. Il est rentré dans un foxhole, il y avait trois dans le même foxhole. Là, ils ont un téléphone, ils ont collé pour le médic. Le médic était pressé partout. Pas de médic. Le capitaine a dit, le médic s'est pressé partout. Il y avait un lieutenant qui s'appelait Lieutenant Payne. C'est 22 jours qu'il avait nous autres. Il a pris le téléphone et il a dit, qui est Theriault? Il a dit qu'il est blessé. Ils ont dit ce que le canon était, tout. Il dit, qu'attendez, vous voyez les. Il est venu avec un first aid kit. Puis là, ils m'ont même dit c'est le bras.
Ouais.
Ils ne savaient pas, ça m'avait traversé dans le dos. Ils ne voyaient pas ça. Tout ça là, le sang coulait. Puis je sentais le sang rentrer dans ma botte.
Oh, les boys.
Puis il a fallu dire, Theriault, je vais appeler pour une ambulance. J'ai appelé pour une ambulance, il était baisé partout. Et il y a un weapon carrier. Ils ont dit, il y a un weapon carrier qui va passer pas loin de vous autres, mettons sur le haut de la banque, là. Puis soyez là en telle heure, telle minute. Puis il dit, on va juste arrêter. Il faut que vous soyez là. Ça fait que. Il dit, Theriault, je vais t'aider, peux-tu faire ça, là? J'ai dit, oui. Il dit, je vais t'aider, puis on va grimper la banque. Puis il dit, oui.
Grouillez-vous votre bras?
Il ne grouillait pas gros. Il
Ah,
m'a pogné par abrasser lui sur l'épaule.
Ouais. Attendez donc une seconde. Fait que là, c'est encore le milieu de la nuit, là.
Ah oui.
Puis vous avez...
Quand M. Bétier, vous étiez dès 2h05 après minuit, ça faisait peut-être dans 15-20 minutes de ça.
Ouais.
Là, il y a un truck qui nous a ramassés. On a vu les lumières, les petites lumières bleues arriver aussi, puis le lieutenant l'a flyé, puis
là, vous saignez tout le temps, là, vous?
je saignais tout le temps, ouais. Mais je crois que je saignais pas trop, parce que je l'affaiblissais pas.
Ouais.
Trop. Fait que j'ai rentré le truck, ils m'ont marqué sur le truck, là. Quand j'ai vu mon frère sergent, de sa connaissance de truck. Puis il y avait 3 autres gars, le même truck-là, qui étaient blessés. Et ils nous ont transportés à Luxembourg,
Ah, OK.
en hôpital. Arrivé à l'hôpital, ils m'ont fait assis. C'était pas un hôpital, c'était un hôtel qu'ils m'avaient pris pour un hôpital.
Ouais.
Ils m'ont fait assis sur un casse, là. Ils ont dit, attends ici, ils ont dit, il va venir quelqu'un t'aider des bétons. Vous avez ce que c'est. Il a venu un ward boy. J'ai dit, écoute, je suis fatigué, j'ai dit, moi. J'ai dit, je voudrais me poser, je voudrais dormir. J'ai dit, mon gars, il t'arrête pas de l'été ici, il dit, on vient d'avoir les ordres, dans l'heure de chiffre, il faut que l'hôpital soit vide. C'est vide.
Oui, oui.
Ils ont regardé une ambulance, ils venaient tout vider l'hôpital.
Il sait que vous étiez là. Vous avez dit que vous avez commencé, vous étiez à Schmidt, Germany.
Ouais.
Il sait que vous étiez rendu là quand vous avez fait
Je ne sais pas
blesser.
le nom de cette place-là, ça.
Il sait que vous avez fait blesser, vous ne savez pas le nom de la place.
Juste le nom de la place, dans
Mais
Luxembourg.
vous étiez back dans Belgium, là.
Oui, oui.
Vous avez fait pousser, là.
Ouais.
Au commencement, les Germans avançaient puis gagnaient, tout là.
Non, ils n'avaient pas avancé gros.
Non.
Nous autres, notre canon est encore à la même place.
Ah ouais?
On a tout à la même place. Il était blessé aussitôt que le bateau.
Ah, OK. Mais ils ont avancé pas mal
Ils ont
longtemps, là,
avancé après ça.
Après ça.
Ah, ils ont avancé.
So you kept running away from them, quoi? On va dire, ils vous ont mis dans l'hôpital, puis là, you had to evacuate you.
Ah oui,
and then
un field hospital.
Ouais.
On m'a mis sur une ambulance au travail le restant de la nuit. Puis une partie du matin.
Ouais.
Au field hospital des tentes. Après ça, partant de là, ils m'ont mis sur un transport. Envoyé place en France.
Ouais.
Dans le bas de Paris,
Ah ouais?
dans l'hôpital. Là.
Ça, là, c'était Allied Territories.
Ouais. Puis, partant de là, moi, ils m'avaient mis bed patient. Je n'étais pas supposé me lever. J'ai dit, Fred, je ne me lève pas. J'ai dit, moi, où je savais qu'il fallait traverser en Angleterre. Tous les gars m'ont dit ça. Puis, si j'étais bed patient, ils me traversaient sur un bateau. Je ne voulais pas aller sur le bateau, ça prenait du temps.
Ah.
Ça fait que je me suis levé.
Ah.
Puis ils venaient me donner une piqûre de pénicilline et les nurses, à tous les 4 heures. Ils viennent, dans le scout, ils viennent me donner une piqûre. Je n'étais pas dans mon lit. Ils ont demandé au gars, ils ont dit, il skiait, lui. Ils ont dit, il est parti dans le hall, là, quelque part. Ils ont demandé de me trouver. Ils ont dit, quand tout est bed patient, reste couché. Puis je ne suis pas bed patient. J'ai 2 grands, je peux marquer. On se fitait dans les autres, c'est dans les autres. Puis, oui, ça fait gâter, puis elle a dit ça au capitaine, qui était un docteur. Là. Il dit, s'il ne veut pas être bed patient, laisse-le faire de son goût. Je ne veux pas être bed patient.
So
Le lendemain, ils m'ont mis sur un airplane.
Bon.
Et ceux qui n'étaient pas bed patient, ils me mettaient sur un airplane et traversaient en Germany, en England.
England, yeah. So, you were in England. Je sais qu'il y avait de mal, on va dire, ça sortait dans le dos, ça vous a-tu arraché le dos?
J'avais une coupure de dos qui était supposée là. Ça avait traversé.
Ça avait pas-
C'était des billettes, ça avait traversé.
Les os, étaient-tu tout en miettes? Les
Hein?
os? Les os, dans
Ça n'a pas fait ses os.
Oh,
Ça
is that
fait 5 kilos de l'épaule, du bras ici. Puis une strap là, c'est curieux ça. C'est pas comme une bullet, ça slide un peu, ça
Ah,
slidait.
ça slidait.
Ça slidait sur le dos, puis ça.
So you didn't break any bones, really?
Non.
Il était chanceux.
Oui, il était comme
Ouais.
ça. Un pouce de plus, moi, c'était fini.
That's right.
Plus de plus dans moi, là.
Parce que ça a pris du temps avant qu'ils vous sortent de là et qu'ils peuvent vous soigner un peu.
J'étais 4 mois à l'hôpital.
Oh, is that right?
Ouais.
En Angleterre.
Ouais.
Là, en Angleterre, là, by that time, il y avait encore du bombardement des Germans en Angleterre?
Non.
Ils venaient plus,
Non,
là.
non.
Ils
Ils
avait-tu pas des boss bombes là, qui tombaient?
avaient des flying bombes, oui.
Ouais.
Qu'on voyait passer dans le temps de côté d'en France, mais là, dans l'Angleterre, je n'ai pas vu.
Il était trop tard pour ça. Là.
Ouais.
Il était rendu.
Il était tout fini, les autres.
Ouais. So then you were 4 months. Now we're back in April of 45, là, quand
Ouais.
vous êtes sorti de là.
Ouais.
Puis là, you went back?
Il était back de même. Là, il était supposé qu'il restait en Angleterre sur light duty. À cause, je ne pouvais pas me servir de mon bras. Quoi.
Oh, is that right?
Puis, je voulais pas. Je n'aimais pas l'Angleterre. J'ai dit, envoyez-moi dans la France, c'est tout. Ils m'ont dit, oh, pas qu'une classe, qu'aussi dans la France.
À travers de mon monde?
Ouais.
Ça va des
Oui, je
Français.
voulais être trouver des Français, tu sais, comme
Ouais.
ça, pour la France. Ça fait que. Là, ils sont assinés avec moi pendant 2 semaines de temps, même. Puis ils n'ont pas pu gagner. J'ai dit, si vous m'envoyez pas en France, j'ai dit, je ne veux pas rester en Angleterre. Ils ont envoyé battre dans mon outfit. Ma main outfit, j'étais. Ils ont dit, OK, voyez. Mon chipé, back dans mon outfit, en un 8, feel out of way. Puis ils ont dit, qu'est-ce que tu vas aller faire là? Donc il dit, la job que je faisais, je peux faire un temps bras. Puis si je peux pas, il dit, ils vont m'accepter comme que je suis, ouais.
Mais je sais qu'il était rendu, votre outfit, là.
Il était rendu le bord de Rhine.
Oh, is that right?
Oui. Ouais.
Ah, puis vous voulez...
Moi, ils m'ont vendé à Luxembourg, Germany encore.
OK.
Là, on était dans un hôtel, là. On était dedans, au-dessus de 100 hommes, là, qui tournaient back, un ou deux, chacun nos outfits, là, même, tu sais.
Ouais.
Puis ça, c'était le... On vendait là, autour des 5 ou 6 de mai. Puis on attendait, on va envoyer des radios, mon outfit, ils venaient me chercher. Ils ont dit, ouais, on va aller chercher demain. Le 8 de mai. Puis le 8 de mai, la guerre a s'éclaté.
Bon.
Ça fait que là, et ça a pris 3 semaines avec une cri. Il était en train de divorcer, mon outfit,
Ouais.
à pointer pour prendre des, soin des prisonniers, faire des prisons. Puis,
Il y avait des prisonniers allemands.
Allemands, ouais.
Ouais. Il y avait encore du danger, là, après que la guerre était...
non, les Allemands voulaient plus se battre, je pense là. Il y avait des give up. Ils
Yeah.
savaient qu'ils étaient partis. Là, ouais.
Yeah.
Ça fait que,
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure was you coming tonight. I wasn't sure.
Oh, ouais.
Fait que là, attendez, on a un portrait d'un soldat de Californie qui est posé avec sa blonde. Il avait été sur un furlough à California. He's the one who replaced Mr. Theriault once Mr. Theriault was wounded. And Mr. Theriault learned later that 2 hours later, after he was wounded, this man was killed. He was the head gunner on your
yeah.
in your group. Now this, you were a corporal all the time.
Yeah,
Ça vous mettait sur a second in charge of a gun.
yeah.
With 11 men, you say?
Ouais.
Et puis, quand le sergent n'était pas là, c'était vous qui étiez
C'est moi qui t'en charge.
le boss. OK. So avec là, tantôt, là, on parlait que vous avez revenu à Germany, là, puis la guerre a fini.
Ouais.
Puis you volunteered to stay there for a while?
Ouais. Ben, j'avais volontairé pour tourner, trouver mon outfit. Il était encore en guerre là-dedans.
Ouais.
Mais avant que je les revoyais, la guerre a fini.
La guerre a fini le 8 d'avril, hein?
Ouais, une 8 de mai. 8
Ah, de mai, right. Et puis là, qu'est-ce que vous avez fait par là, après ça, là? Qu'est-ce que vous avez à faire, là?
On gardait des prisonniers.
Les Allemands.
On gardait des coins de rue, tout. Pour
Ah,
checker
yeah.
les Allemands qui passaient là, les civils. Il fallait qu'ils avaient certains papiers chez eux autres.
Y avait-il des mines, là, partout, là, des bombes? qui
Non,
étaient-
on n'a pas vu ça.
So, c'était
Pas dans le Germany.
c'était pas trop dangereux, là.
Non, on n'a pas eu de trouble là.
Yeah. Did you stay there the rest of the summer?
Oui, jusqu'à la fin d'août. Là, j'étais après garder une prison allemande. Mon sergent venu me dire, il était Theriault, il dit, j'ai des bonnes nouvelles pour toi. Il dit, oui, il y a une nouvelle aujourd'hui. 2 chaque compagnie peut s'en aller à discharger. Puis il dit, le capitaine a choisi les 2 qui avaient plus de points.
OK.
Moi, j'en étais un avec Sergeant Herman. Ça fait que là, il m'a tourné à mon outfit. Le lendemain, ils nous ont envoyé dans France, le camp Locust Strike,
Ah,
avec la 29 Division.
Y avait-il des chances d'aller au Japon pour vous autres, là,
Oui,
ce temps-là?
pas moi.
Pas vous.
Moi, là, ils m'envoyaient pour être dischargé.
Puis il y en a d'autres qui y ont été.
Et non, ils n'ont pas été parce que la guerre a fini.
La guerre est finie avant.
Et tout mon outfit a été transféré, là. On y a fait un lot venir en Amérique,
OK.
puis il était supposé qu'elle allait au Japon.
Ah, OK.
Puis la guerre a fini avec qui traversait au
Une
Japon.
chance.
Fait qu'ils ont tout été dischargés avant moi.
Bon. Oh, is that right? Mais quand
moi,
la guerre est
j'attendais près
finie?
le bateau,
Ah.
puis il employait toutes les boats pour traverser
oui.
les choses qui étaient supposées d'aller au Japon.
Ben oui.
Puis,
Quand est-ce que vous avez arrivé ici?
arrivé ici, le mois d'octobre.
Mois d'octobre.
J'ai dischargé le 27 octobre.
Ah,
Puis
ouais.
ça a pris 3 semaines avant qu'ils me dischargeaient. Ils m'ont arrivé à New York. Puis là, ils nous ont dit à New York, ils ont dit, si vous allez à Fort Devens pour les discharger, ça va peut-être bien prendre un mois ou 2. Ils ont dit, allez à Fort Dix, New Jersey. Ça fait qu'ils nous envoyaient à Fort Dix, New Jersey. Puis là, le colonel qui était là, il voulait, on allait pour signer des discharges, il voulait pas me donner de disabilité.
Ah,
Alors, je dis, ouais, je ne veux pas signer ma discharge, mais allez, tu vas rester sur ton escouade. Je suis bien, c'est. Puis j'ai rien à faire, c'est quoi? Pas le temps. C'est smart, on fait ça. Ça fait que, au bout de 3 semaines, il m'a appelé, puis il dit, veux-tu signer la discharge aujourd'hui? J'ai dit, oui, si tu me donnes une disabilité. Ben, je vais donner 10%. Il m'a donné 10%, il m'a foutu bien quoi j'avais.
par ce temps-là, là, votre bras, il marchait-tu bien, là, lui?
Pas trop.
Non?
Non.
Ah, vous chantez ça toute votre vie?
Oui, je chante quoi. Il remercie son maître.
Mais tu peux bien croire.
Merci Saint-Lô, maintenant, you talk about it so long. Une place de l'été, Saint-Lô, France.
Saint-Lô, c'est. On a tout détruit ta place là, Saint-Lô.
Ah oui?
Il n'y a rien resté de bout.
C'est Northern France, ça?
Non, comme 30 000 après qu'on rentrait en France.
Ah, yeah.
Ouais.
Oui, on entend parler de Saint-Lô.
Ouais.
Il y a-
Pas resté une bâtisse de bout.
Oh, les boys.
Ben, ils ont perdu après nom dans Saint-Lô. La 9e division l'avait pris, puis ils l'ont perdu.
Ah,
Puis la 29e division l'a pris, puis ils l'ont perdu. Puis on l'a appelé la 28e. Puis notre général a dit, il dit, j'y vais pas autrement qu'on fait ce qu'on veut. Il voulait pas la chalet.
ah,
Il voulait apprendre sa chalet.
ah, OK.
Puis notre général a dit, ben il dit, j'y vais pas. Il se tenait, le général l'un l'autre, des fois.
Ben.
Ouais. Ben il dit, OK, il dit, comment tu vas faire ça? Il dit, pas tuer les civils. Il dit, on va faire les papiers français, de laisser la ville pour un tel temps. Tu sais, on va te donner en une semaine ou deux. Hein.
Ouais.
Puis, au bout de ça, au bout de ce temps-là, c'est nous autres qui prenons over. On va toute la chalet. On roulait dessus au bout de ce temps-là, avec 225 canons qu'il y avait dans notre division.
Fait que ceux-là qui ont resté là, c'est de too bad, hein?
C'était pas il n'y avait pas de français quand
Il n'y avait plus de français.
Donc, les Allemands et tout, ils savaient
comprennent.
lire français, puis ils ont
Ben
laissé
ouais.
la place tout. Tu sais. Ils savaient que s'il y avait
Ils savaient qui c'est qui venait.
Ouais.
Comme ça, vous arrivez à Fort Kent, là, vous, depuis... you're almost 30 years old, là, by the time you got discharged, hein?
J'avais 29.
29, là-dessus. What do you do? You bought this farm here?
Hein? Ouais.
Ça, c'est la ferme à qui, ça, c'est?
À Delcy Theriault, un de mes cousins.
Ah, c'est un de vos cousins.
Ouais.
Comment ça qu'ils vous ont vendu ça? Il s'en allait en
Ils
dehors?
voulaient envoyer.
Ah.
Ils sont allés à Fort Kent.
Ah, dans le town.
Ouais.
Puis, vous avez farmé, mais c'est ça qui était votre vie après ça, là?
Tout le temps de la vie, après ça.
Ah, oui. Puis là, c'est en 45, 46, quand est-ce que vous avez rencontré votre femme?
Dans
On
46.
se connaissait, on était sur le même chemin.
Dans 46.
On restait sur le
On
même
commençait
chemin.
à sortir ensemble.
On va rester
Ouais.
dans South Pearlbrook, madame
Oui,
Theriault,
oui,
hein?
ce bois-là,
Qui c'est qui est votre nom de famille, vous?
c'est voisine.
Voisine?
Mm.
Puis vous connaissez un peu avant?
Ah oui,
Un peu pas gros, mais
on connaissait. Ben, sans nous, on sortait
quand j'allais à l'école, je passais
pas
à
comme
côté,
la sœur, là.
il me tirait des roches.
Oh, des menteurs. Il y a l'autre couvent, il était jeune, qui se connaissait des roches. My God.
Puis vous autres, c'est qu'il y avait à faire le temps de Fort Kent à ce temps-là?
Pas grand-chose. J'avais une shop à patates, là. Tu travaillais, là?
Oui, je travaillais là, moi, tout que j'en vais donner.
Comment tu travailles?
Ma demain m'a pogné.
Comment tu t'appelais cette shop-là?
Ouais, en fait, je change à ça. C'est brûlé, c'était pas loin du VFW, là, on va dire à cette heure, c'était de Tarod, on était
Ah, ouais.
big,
C'est la place du M&M,
Ouais.
là.
Ah,
big
yeah,
website. Je sais pas si c'est Camille, ça a été mis, le fait est mis.
À cette heure,
Broken Bear.
je sais que le monde qui sortait à Fort Kent, là, y avait-tu des clubs, y avait-tu des... Vous avez parlé du Paradise Club tantôt, là.
Ben, oui, c'est là qu'on allait, tous les jeunes, on allait là danse.
C'est que c'était,
sur
ça?
les,
C'est Fred Bellin qui avait ça.
Ouais, mais je sais que c'était.
Fred Bellin, puis après ça, a été Gagnon, puis là, la dope Gagnon.
Arrête, je sais qu'il était.
Fred Bellin a pris ça à dope.
Oui, mais le Paradise, c'était Tarot. Après que la coupe Après, il faut pas...
C'est pas vous dire ce que le vieux fait, là, le bord de...
Oui, oui.
Ah, là, le
Oui,
VF.
oui, c'est le vieux.
C'est le vieux, puis on
Ouais,
ramenait
ouais.
ça différent, là, tu sais.
Oui, oui.
Ah, le VF était le Paradise Club.
Oui.
Ouais.
Puis il y avait de la danse là.
oui.
Fred
samedi
Bellin
soir.
avait ça, lui, puis il a vendu. Parce qu'apparemment, je pense, avec Adolphe Gagnon, Fred Bellin. Hein?
Oui.
And he bought it from him,
Ça,
comment ça
c'est
s'est
un beau
arrangé.
pays.
So that was the place to go in Fort Kent.
Mais c'est la seule place.
C'est la seule place.
Ils ont
Il y avait, il y avait du quoi?
Ils ont même pas de band,
Il y avait
ils jouaient sur des groupes
gros
underground,
métaux
là.
en bas, là, par en bas, là.
Silver Dollar, je pense.
Silver Dollar, oui.
Ça a pas
Ah,
duré
il sait,
longtemps,
il
ça a
sait que
brûlé, ça.
il sait que le garage à Martin Ford, hein, à peu près.
Oui, après, là. Hein.
Parce que je me
Ça a pas
rappelle,
duré longtemps, il fut après dedans.
j'ai été aux noces là, moi, une fois quand j'étais petit gars, j'étais jeune, moi, de ce temps-là.
Non, oui.
Oui.
C'était une belle place, quand c'était nul.
Oui, oui.
Ça a pas sauvé.
Comme ça, là, que vous avez marié quand est-ce, quelle année, là?
40.
Je sais le marquer, là, je m'en rappelle pas.
April
là.
27,
Ouais.
1947.
J'essaie de marquer, là.
47.
Vous avez continué de farmer
Tout le temps,
tout
oui.
le temps. Vous avez eu combien d'enfants? 10?
10.
Il y a un de mort là-dessus.
Il y en a qui est mort jeune, quoi, en
Ah
enfance?
oui, en avant.
2 jours après
Non,
qu'il est
non,
mort.
ouais.
2 jours.
Ouais.
Puis les autres sont tout en vie.
Ah,
Vous
ouais.
savez.
Il reste tout alentour?
Il y en a en Connecticut, il y en a en Floride.
Oui.
Il y en a un de l'autre côté, c'est le Canada.
Après ça,
Les autres,
il y a un garçon qui restait à Fordage et tout, là. Ça va.
Portage.
Ouais, par là, là.
Franklin, qui travaillait à l'Augusto.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ah, travaillait à Prescott.
He's there
Ah, il
at
était à
Prescott,
Prescott?
là.
C'est qu'il fait, là, lui?
Il restait à Prescott.
Ouais, mais what is he
Oui,
working?
à liquor
Il est
store,
pas
puis ils vont
Il
farmer
travaille à
ça.
l'Augusto.
Oh, encore au liquor store?
Ils vont farmer ça, ça a l'air, là, ouais.
Ah, il parle de ça, là.
Ils vont en farmer d'autres stores, là, tu sais bien. Ils
So
vont
now,
avec-
vous avez quoi, là, vous, là? 70...
Ça me fait-
79.
79.
Arrivé, là.
Quand est-ce? C'est le mois d'avril?
Mois d'avril.
Yeah, mois d'avril.
13 d'avril.
Puis,
Moi, j'ai...
avez-vous... quand est-ce que vous avez arrêté de farmer?
Ça fait 20 ans.
Ça fait 20 ans.
Ouais.
Been retired all this time.
Ouais.
Mais il travaillait sa femme, pareil.
Oh, j'ai gardé les vaches pareil, quoi de même.
Ah.
J'ai vraiment farmé, là, tu sais.
Ouais. Mais votre farm, do you still own it, or do you...
Non, j'ai apporté à Pillac de Saint-Germain.
Ah, OK. Les
Ça a
ventes.
marqué de la vente.
Ah, ouais. Yeah. Well, écoutez, là, on va être bien content que vous ayez revenu d'un morceau, là.
Ah oui.
Vous avez passé proche.
Longtemps, je pensais pas de revenir.
Je pense bien que non.
Ah, il a fait les places là.
Comment ça filait, là, de battre, là, puis être sur le champ de bataille?
On
puis
pensait
les-
pas grand-chose.
Je pensais pas à ça trop.
Des fois qu'on avait peur, ça passait proche. Puis, ben, on avait du fun à travers ça. Puis, on était tous chums ensemble, puis on s'entraidait.
Ouais. L'osier, là, lui, Hampy, là, il était avec vous tout le
Il y a
temps?
tout le temps, t'avais moi, il y a un truck, un whipping carrier.
Puis-
Après qu'il était une autre. Après que tu traversais.
Après que vous avez fait blesser, l'avez-vous revu?
Ah,
Oui, après que tu tournais back mon outfit.
T'es encore là, lui?
Oui, t'es encore là.
Puis il est alentour, lui, là?
Oui, il était à Connecticut.
Oui, il vient tous les ans, il fait un tour.
Is that
là.
right?
Il vient me voir tous les ans ici.
Je pense bien que les chums que tu te fais à l'armée et à la guerre, là, même, c'est des chums pour la vie, hein?
C'est comme Brothers, on va dire. Quand
Ouais, comme ici pour moi, en Canada, de New York.
Ah oui?
Puis j'étais pas ici, j'avais été voir
Ben
ma soeur
oui.
à Milwaukee.
Puis,
Je l'ai manqué.
vous l'avez manqué, il est
Oui, il a
arrivé.
collé ici, puis il
Il y
a collé
avait-
un bac, puis il dit.
Il avait été à Montréal, lui.
Ah oui?
Puis il avait mon adresse. Pour ça tourner, je faisais. Il a traversé à Fort Kent. Puis il a demandé aux officiers si j'étais encore en vie. Ils ont dit oui, on le voit tous les jours ici. Je traversais la classe souvent. Fait qu'il il est venu pour moi. Puis,
Il
j'étais
vous,
pas
a,
ici.
il vous a manqué.
Ouais.
Ben, avez-vous connu du monde qui sont fait tuer, là, du monde de par ici, ou...
Non.
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 Mais vous n'avez vu faire en masse, je pense bien que...
Ah oui.
you know.
Il y a aussi le D-Day, it was November 2, 1944. Quand la guerre a fini, ça.
Well, we're glad you're back and you were able to live in Fort Kent all this time and enjoy South Cradle Brook. C'est beau par ici.
Oui.
Ben, comme ça, oui.
Ah, ouais.
On est tranquille.
Il faut mourir, je comprends.
Well, I wish you a long life. Mais vous, Madame Theriault, Bose,
Les autres,
Thank
c'est
you.
tranquille. tu sais.
yeah, vous êtes bien, c'est OK. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Je pensais à d'autres choses, M. Theriault, en m'en allant, là. Vous m'avez dit que quand vous étiez après vous battre, là,
Ouais.
la plupart du temps, vous ne savez pas si vous étiez.
Non, non, on ne savait pas. Il ne nous disait pas.
Et vous ne disiez pas en tout, puis je vous ai demandé si c'était encore s'il y avait des spies, vous avez dit que oui. C'était pas des soldats américains qui étaient des spies. Hein?
Non, non.
C'était quoi des...
Il y avait des filles françaises qui étaient mariées avec des soldats German.
Ah, OK.
Puis les autres, ils aidaient aux Germans, les autres. Ça,
Ah, OK.
ça les hommes, ils étaient pas avec les autres.
Vous dites que vous n'avez pogné 3 des fois, une fois?
4.
Quatre?
2 hommes et 2 femmes.
OK. Comment que...
Ils viennent me parler un soir, on était à Ronald-Canon. C'était vers 8 heures du soir, il faisait bien clair. Ils viennent me parler. Puis ils voulaient m'emmener, ils disaient qu'ils étaient des Parisiens qui s'éloignaient de la guerre. Puis ils étaient d'un creux de rocher qui restait là-dedans. Ils ont dû faire en mois pour rester là-dedans.
Ouais.
Ils voulaient qu'on allait voir ça. Ils disaient non, on n'était pas supposé d'aller voir les coups de main. Tu sais. Dans la nuit, on avançait 10 000. Le lendemain matin, ils m'usaient comme un
Interpreter?
interprète, moi, là.
Fait que vous avez servi de votre français, là, vous?
Oui. Quand il y avait de l'eau à l'écrit, des ressources, à des maisons françaises, on manquait d'eau des fois.
Ouais.
Bon matin, il m'a écrit de l'eau dans la soute avec une maison. Voilà, on passe à une grange. Les deux mêmes hommes qui nous avaient parlé le soir d'avant étaient là. Pour te 10 000 de glace, eux autres. Il y a quelque chose qui est rien. Fait qu'ils viennent pour me parler français, là. Ils m'ont pas connu. Moi, je parlais plus français, là.
Ah, OK.
J'ai pensé à quelque chose, c'est. Ça fait que quand on s'est retourné à mon ensuite, dans un mode canon, j'ai rapporté ça à mon sergent. Et le sergent dit ça au capitaine. Le capitaine dit, OK, on va y aller. On va aller voir. Ils m'ont emmené avec les autres. 2 hommes avec nous autres. Le capitaine était là. Puis là, je parlais français.
Ouais.
Quand arrive aux autres, ils me demandent ce qu'ils faisaient là. Ils disaient encore la même histoire.
Ah.
Ça faisait 3 semaines qu'ils étaient à cette grange-là, qu'ils restaient à cette grange-là. Ah oui. Là, je les ai dit, vous êtes les mêmes. Je les ai parlé hier soir. J'ai dit, 10 000 de site. Comment ça se fait, vous êtes site, on va asseoir, au côté. On ne sait pas quoi dire.
Ouais.
Là, ils étaient plus prisonniers.
Ah,
Au type, on cherchait la grange. Ils avaient des radios. Puis on venait en bicycle, les suivants en bicycle la nuit, de même, autres.
oh, yeah.
Puis on avait des radios, puis ils envoyaient ça au gouvernement. Ils se coûtaient.
Là, c'est bien, moi, t'as dit.
On les appelait comme prisonniers, on retournait, on collait les MP, ils m'ont écrit.
Ouais.
Je ne sais pas s'il n'arrivait des autres.
Ben, c'est intéressant, ça.
Ouais.
OK, bonsoir encore.
It was a lawyer's dream, but a landowner's
Nightmare.
nightmare.
On est le 24 de janvier 1996. On est avec Finland Dumond de Fort Kent. Et puis Finland, c'est un vétéran de World War II. T'as-tu mis au monde à Fort Kent, Finn?
Oui, dans 1920.
1920, ça fait que là, you're 76, 76, hein?
Don't look that, huh?
T'as pas de l'air 76. Vraiment, là. You were born in Dagle, though, hein?
Well, it wasn't Fort Kent, but close to the line.
Oh, yeah?
Proche de la poche d'eau.
Oh. So, is this Dagle or Wallagrass?
It was Dago.
OK, Wallagrass, puis là, tu traverses à Soldier Pond, là, ouais.
Ça serait plus proche du New Canada.
Oh, OK. Ton père, c'est George?
George Dumond,
Ouais.
and was the oldest in the family.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't look that, huh? A lot of brothers, I think, that look older.
Comment est-ce qu'il y en avait des enfants chez
We
vous?
were 10.
Ah.
6 boys and 4 girls.
Your father was a potato farmer or animals?
Potato.
Yeah.
It was all, at that time, you know, hard times, it was about anything you could imagine to make money.
Yeah.
Mostly potato farming.
Yeah. But you had animals too?
As animals, we had horses, cows, chickens, pigs,
Yeah.
sheep.
Sheep?
Did I say chickens?
Yeah. Sheep for the wool?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that right? Yeah. So here you are now, you're a teenager when the war is approaching in Europe. What happens there? What are you doing? Now, you went to high school in Fort Kent?
I went 4 years in Fort Kent.
Yeah.
Probably a thing of interest that I like to tell people that they never believe me is that I went 4 years, 5 miles one way and 5 miles the other, walked for 4 years.
Every day?
Every day, no open roads. And I'd get to Fort Kent sometime one morning, it was 52 below. And old man, Mr. Markey, said, Monsieur Dumond, it's too cold for the people of Fort Kent. So I turned around and went back home. Yeah.
So you're saying that there was the roads were not open?
No.
Tu marchais la tweede de
Acadian,
Bordeaux, là.
all the way to Fort Kent High School and turn around and go back in the afternoon. I had a lot of things to do home, the chores of the stables and everything.
Yeah.
Wood and,
Tu watchais pas le TV ce temps-là. Il n'avait
the
pas.
furthest from our mind then.
Yeah.
After I finished high school, times were poor, so they had a program they called the Civilian Conservation Corps, which was CCC.
Civilian Conservation
Corps.
Corps.
I joined and I stayed 3 years in there.
Now, what was that all about?
It was all disadvantaged or young boys that were had a hard time at home. They'd pay you $1 a day, and you'd stay with $7 for the month. The rest was sent home.
Okay.
Of course, you were fed and everything besides that. And the military was keeping that going. So I get a lot of military training there from them. That came in later on in my military life to help me.
So this was like, was it because there was nothing else to do around here?
Yes. Any place they came from, Massachusetts, they came from New York. And
Where-
the CCCs were all over the country.
So where did you go for that?
I went down, first camp I was in Greenville.
Greenville, Maine?
Then I went to Chatham, New Hampshire, and back to Southwest Harbor. This is where I get out of these CCs
That must have been nice, though. Did you enjoy that?
very much.
Yeah.
Out in the woods most of the time, in the mountains. And after I get out of the CCCs, I went down to join my brother Roland in Connecticut. And I landed a job at the Royal Typewriter
Uh-huh.
until they bombed Pearl Harbor. Then the shop started closing down for war effort.
Right.
They closed down my shop for so many months, and I would land a job here and there, but it wasn't for me. In the meantime, there when they started the draft, I was classified 4F. That meant absolutely no good for anything. This was really, I didn't like it. So while looking for a job, after I got out of Royal Typewriter, I went by the induction center Army one day and I walked in. And I told the guy, I said, Jesus, there must be something in the Army that I can do. He says, yes, there is. Got inducted and got sent to the infantry.
Now, you were 4F. You had lung problems then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Asthma?
Emphysema and asthma.
You had asthma all your life?
Yes, from the start.
Yeah.
And after I joined, of course, went to Devons, and from there I was assigned to 98th Division, Infantry Division in Kentucky, Breckenridge, Kentucky.
So you started at Fort Devens, Mass.
That's where we went to be
Okay.
inducted.
Most people from the Northeast, that's where they went.
That's
I
where
think.
they landed.
They started there, yeah.
And there I was in the 98th Division, and nobody dared touch me over there because when you volunteered for a service, you had a different number, serial number, than one that was drafted. And my serial numbers showed that I was regular Army. So they all thought that I had a lot of training. Then my training with the CCCs had helped me quite a bit because it was similar living conditions and all this stuff. So really there, I was never bothered to guard duty, KP, or anything like that.
They
They
never
never wanted to touch me too much because they thought that I could show them stuff. See, that
Yeah. T'étais béni, là, toi.
I had somebody looking for me all through this stuff now. Somebody up from above, I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
And,
So your asthma never bothered you there then? You didn't have to...
well, they knew just listening to me that I was bothered.
Yeah. Tu râlais.
trained in 98, I went to the maneuvers. I got assigned to a vehicle to drive for the company I was in, the G. And I drove, went to the maneuvers in Tennessee. Then we went to Camp Rucker in Alabama. And of course the war had started in Europe then, and it landed in Africa, North Africa. It won then, and everything was going for Italy.
So what year was that? Are you 42 now? No.
I was in 43 now.
43 now. So you joined after Pearl Harbor. So you joined like in 42.
I joined in 42.
Yeah.
In November 42.
Oh, November. Almost a year later.
And see where was I?
Well, you're in North Africa now.
I landed in Oran in North Africa.
You did?
Yeah. And this is where, like I told you there, that coming off the boat, we were being processed, and there was a couple of GIs with a bunch of Arabs trying to get them to work because they got groups, you know, to work for the army. And of course the guys couldn't talk French. So I happened to put my 2 cents worth in there to help them out.
The Arabs talk French.
Yes,
Spoke
but the
French.
Americans could not.
Yeah.
And I was pulled so fast out of that line I never saw my outfit again because I could talk French.
Oh, is that right? Now, you were in Morocco? Where were you?
In Algiers.
Algiers, okay.
Oran, Algeria.
Yeah, so that was a French
Oh, yes.
the
the
colony.
whole north was French.
The whole North Africa was French.
Morocco, Algeria, and Tunis.
Oh, yeah. Libya too? Libya too? No?
Yes.
Yeah?
We went as far as Africa there. I mean, as far as Egypt. Stayed in Oran for a while, and I got assigned to an outfit. And there was about 20, 30 individuals, all drivers for vehicles. And our job was to pick up old staff cars that they used then and drive them to Morocco to be put on boats to be shipped to the US. And we pick up new 42 sedans, Dodge and Plymouths, and bring them back to where we picked those old staff cars and exchange them.
You were like replenishing
The new equipment.
new equipment, so all you had to do was drive him back and forth. Now, was there much danger to do that? Avait-il des mines? Avait-il des...
No, not that. It was all the main roads.
North Africa was secure by then.
Yes,
The Germans were gone.
they were gone.
Yeah. So are you saying now that this was a fairly easy job instead of fighting in a...
Yes, sir. And all through my stint, it was an easy job. That's why I don't like to talk about this stuff. Because you hear people, you know, that really had it tough there.
Yeah. Do you think your disability probably helped, but I mean, your French seemed to have helped too, the fact that you knew this language.
Later on, I'll tell you, Robert, it helped me too, quite a bit.
Oh, is that right? Did you use it some more in North Africa there?
Yes.
You used it that first time, but did
Well, I
you...
met Ike Eisenhower and Mattie Pinette from Fort Kent here.
Oh, is that
I was
right?
in Algiers.
Now, who was she?
She's, Mattie Pinette is quite sure Mrs. Dave Daggle's sister.
Okay.
You know, there's close relation there.
Uh-huh.
She was one of the first WACs to hit Europe, England.
She was from Fort Kent.
Yes.
Now, was she assigned to Eisenhower, or
She was private secretary to Eisenhower.
she was his private secretary from Fort Kent?
Where you saw Eisenhower, Mattie was besides him.
Is that right?
I got assigned to Algiers where Ike was and drove vehicles there also. Our job was to pick up officers and bring them to wherever they had to go. I met Ike there and Mattie Pinette. That's my first encounter with him.
Now, you must have been quite something, both from Fort Kent did. Did you know her before? No?
From there, after we went Naples, Italy, to land in Africa. The invasion had been made there at the Anzio Beach and all. This is where I learned that my crew that had gone overseas with were just about all annihilated at Anzio Beach.
Is that right?
See, now I see that somebody up there that was looking out
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. So they made a beachhead over there in Anzio, and most of them were killed.
Yes. And landed in Naples. Then from there we went up to Caserta, an estate there that with a very nice castle on it. The Americans had bivouacked all around the swimming pool there, a big pool in the back of it. And this is where also that I should have said before, in Africa I met President Clinton's father. He was a mechanic for the cars that we were ferrying back and forth.
Oh, is that right?
And he, of course, came over with us to Caserta. I stayed there until the invasion of southern France. This is where I got the closest to the thing.
To the front.
When we landed there, paratroopers and gliders had gone over the shore, and this had not been secured yet. Quite a few mines went out there.
Did you land on the beach, or you went up through Italy?
No, we went from Naples. We landed at Saint-Tropez in southern France.
C'est tant des belles places que tu vois.
And I lived in a villa there because here everything was deserted. There was a lot of light villas all over the place, all deserted. And I always said that I lived in this famous actress from Saint-Tropez.
Ouais. Brigitte Bardot.
Yes, I always said that I wasn't Brigitte Bardot.
Il était avec une petite fille à ce temps-là.
Anyway, landing there, we lost quite a few vehicles that were blown up by mines.
Oh, is that right? Like cars that, like you were driving?
Landing, you didn't think there was any mines there, see. Quite a few got blown up, but that was minor there because what was major was what going on ahead of us.
Yeah.
We stayed there 2-3 days until it was clear. Then we headed for Lyon, France. This is where I saw stuff that I'll never forget in my life and never erase it. We were far enough and back, but nothing had been picked up. Dead horse, dead people everywhere. And the smell was awful.
What time of the year was that?
We landed in southern France, I think it was August 18, so it was still warm.
Yeah. So now you're coming into Lyon 2-3 days after the...
After the troops.
After the
They were going
troops.
up fast, but boy, they were. And between Lyon and Marseille, the mountains formed the passes, and they were waiting for them. They had to go through those passes, the Germans had, to get out of there. And it was lined up, coming from all directions, and they stayed there. It was just people everywhere, dead.
Dead. Bodies all over.
Horses and everything.
And the smell of death.
Yes. They cleared the roads, so we went through convoy and we landed in Lyon. We stayed there for 3 or 4 weeks, I think, until our objective was clear. That was the village of Vittel in France. That was in the Vosges country, near Nancy and Epinal. And the army group I was with were setting up headquarters there. That was the 6th Army Group. I never saw the closing this. This is my ham radio operator.
Oh, yeah.
Radio.
You do a lot of that, huh?
Oh yes, all the time.
Did you see any atrocities, like evidence that some massacres had occurred, or
That's later, there when
later?
after the war,
Yeah.
when they were coming in from the concentration camps.
You saw some of that?
It's another thing I'll never forget, see the eyes of the victims. After the Lyon, then we went up to Vitel, the 6th Army Group. 6th Army Group was formed to, they had the 7th American Army, the 15th American Army, and the 1st French Army. And they were in the southern part of the front. And this is where I was at the headquarters at Vitel. On the Pacific coast, the Atlantic coast near Bordeaux, some Germans had stayed underground or in cement fortifications there along the coast, and they wanted to keep them there to spend the war, so they gave the job to the French army to keep them there. That was their job.
Like they were prisoners there? The Germans?
They were not exactly prisoners, but they couldn't go anyplace.
Oh, yeah.
So the French wanted vehicles for the officers. Every time we send a vehicle like a Plymouth 42, it lasts 2-3 days, it was up a pole or down an embankment, it was a wreck.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to handle it. So after a while they decided, well, we'll give you cars, we'll send the drivers with them. This is where I came in.
Oh, yeah.
I could talk French, they needed that. I could drive, that was my thing during the army. So we headed for Cognac, France. This is where they made the stuff. And took us a couple of days. What I liked the most there is the people from France in that area knew from town to town ahead of us that we were coming to cars, American cars. And it looked as if the king was going through the place, you know.
Yeah.
People in this, it was on the weekend, people in the center of the villages just waiting for us to go through. And of course you always had half a dozen or more that would come forward to try to swing their English on you, you know.
Yeah.
Je parlais anglais, moi.
Right.
So we wound up at Cognac.
Cognac, that's where they make the cognac?
Yeah, both Hennessy and Martel and a lot more.
Is that right? Cognac is an old liquor. It takes years, huh?
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
More, I would say more than decades.
Yeah, yeah. I think
But,
so.
They had their own peculiar wood oak for the area. It gives them that taste over there.
Yeah.
They had underground caverns. And you go into one door at one end, and it was lined with casks. As far as you could see, and you could see a little pinhole down the other end. That meant there was the exit for the other side.
So those were huge
Casks.
underground storage caverns, yeah.
And every one of them was labeled when it was started to be, and of course they had those little dippers here and there, and they'd invite you to go sample the stuff. I can tell you that we never made the other exit.
C'était bon, puis ça coûtait pas rien.
Anyway, Cognac didn't cost much there.
But I mean, it costs a lot over here, I'll tell you that. The thing is that we're talking like 40 years for a good cognac, I think, huh?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hennessy, I think, is 60 years or something. Is that pas de bon
Those
sens?
caverns, probably hundreds of them all over the countryside.
Yeah. Ça n'a quasiment pas de bon sens, la manière que ça prend du temps à faire ça, ce cognac-là.
While I was in Cognac, it was the headquarters for the First French Army. During the war, well, before the invasion of France, some commandos, Americans, Canadians, English, French, other nationalities had dropped behind the lines to kind of interfere with the German communications. So right after the southern France, when I landed in southern France, they decided to honor those veterans. So they held a ceremony at Cognac. And all the big officers, like the British, I forget his name now, but
Montgomery now.
Montgomery, Eisenhower came down, and de Gaulle.
De Gaulle too.
Yes. De Gaulle arrived at, de Gaulle never touched anything that was not French. He arrived there in an old 3-engine plane. It had a prop on the front part and then 2 on the wing.
Ah, yeah.
Looked
Triplane give that, huh?
like a flying condor or something. So we had 2 staff cars there, and they wanted him to get in one of those, and he never would in his life.
Even though we had liberated France, still wouldn't accept it.
Now, they had to fold him almost in 4 to put him in a little Citroën French car there, because it was 6 times taller than the car.
Yeah.
And they took off for there. I happened to have Eisenhower and Mathieu Pinette in my car going to the ceremony, and the other guy was with me with his car, brought them back to the airport.
So you drove Eisenhower and Mathieu Pinette to this ceremony?
Yes. And at the ceremony there, this is another thing that happened that I never could understand why. De Gaulle was awarding the decorating the commandos. It was 5 or 6 British commandos. So going down the line, and when he came to one of them, looked at him in the face and drew back and slapped him in the face as hard as he could. And he did the same thing to the others.
How?
Now you heard gas from the Frenchman about this, because he hated the English so much that he couldn't stand them.
Even though they had helped.
So coming back there, Eisenhower told the one that was driving the other car never to talk about that, but he told Mathieu, and she got in with me, and she said never talk about this. And you know, I've never been able to find anything since then.
That's mentioned?
Yeah. There was...
Mais toi, t'as vu ça faire, toi?
Ouais.
De Gaulle fessait les Anglais à plein visage.
Plein visage.
Do you know why?
I don't know. It's because of...
Il savait-tu pas sauver en Angleterre, lui, pendant la guerre?
C'est en Angleterre.
Je comprends pas ça.
Anyway, there was a guy from Newsweek there, John Lardner, and I'd met him before in Paris at the headquarters, and he was there, came down to report. I talked with him quite a bit. There was also a guy from Bangor Daily News, O'Donnell, and Representative Hodge from Massachusetts was there also for a while at that ceremony. But I've been looking through the Newsweeks in the microfilms for old Newsweeks, you know, to see if he ever wrote about this. And he had a column after he came from the war that was on the back page of Newsweek all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Where you see Meg Greenfield now. And
Okay.
so I stayed in Cognac until February. That was in the fall when I got down there. Until I picked up a tropical foot malady.
Oh.
Tropical foot, I don't know what they call it. So they had to send me back to my base in Vitel. There was the 23rd General Hospital there, American, for treatment. So that's the last time I saw Vitel.
Now this is the fall of 44.
And now this is spring of 44 now.
Spring?
Yeah. The spring of 45.
Oh, the spring of 45, because Normandy had been invaded and all that.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Normandy was ahead of before I got there.
Yeah, it was in June of 44. So now you're in the spring of 45 when you got this tropical disease?
Yeah. Went over there, that's the first time I ever saw They were just experimenting with x-rays.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the foot trouble had anything to do with x-rays. But I stayed there from February until the middle of May. Now I always said that I was a guinea pig over there for x-rays.
Uh-huh.
After my feet were okay, every day I was on a x-ray table. They covered me with big heavy lead blankets. If they'd been in air raid, I would never been able to move. And they'd concentrate their rays on my chest. I figured that probably they were looking for why I was short of breath or something like that. And I always said that I was a guinea pig.
Could be.
But what's been going on, you know.
Yeah. You were an experimentation.
Yeah.
Parce que ton pied était guéri pendant ce temps-là?
Oui, t'es guéri.
Ah, des.
I left there after the war was over. I was there when the war finished.
Where was that now?
In Acadian.
Oh, France, yeah.
Before I left Vical when the war ended, they started bringing in people from those concentration camps, French people and Jewish people and other people. And since there was a hospital there where I was in, I got snagged again for French translation.
Oh, yeah.
This is where I'll never forget the eyes of those survivors. They came there, a little bundle of clothes, hardly any clothes on. Nothing in the world that they owned. And their eyes would follow you. A very lean, almost starved, let's say. They were forced to put in through delousing places and then washed and
Delousing.
delousing.
So they were directly coming out of the concentration camps. Là.
All the trucks for the company was bringing them in.
Ils sont même pas lavés, là. Ils n'avaient pas eu le temps.
No.
So that was their first stop.
Of course, they were using 2 floors of the hospital then. It was the war is over, so there was not very much. The army was doing that. And after they were washed and deloused, they gave them a little package with soap, toothbrush, and everything. And this was their belongings at that time.
That's all they had.
That's all they had in the world. Never forget it.
Oh. Il n'a dit qu'il était blessé, puis...
No.
No?
C'est pas moi qui t'avais blessé, mais it was people that were in concentration camps, and they were just about dead.
Yeah. Skeletons.
You know, in my ham radio, I've talked to one from France that was at that hospital at the time I was there.
Oh, is that right?
After I got out of that hospital, I headed for Germany, where my outfit was. And I was in Heidelberg, the college town. College city, very beautiful place. You know, all those nice places had never been touched, never been
Bombed?
bombed.
Is that
There
right?
was nothing there, just intact. About 5 miles away was Mannheim, and there was not a standing building. Why?
They chose the ones they wanted.
This was something that education or something like
Yeah.
that. It was a historical town and very nice. So we stayed there for quite some time. Where I was with the 6th Army Group headquarters still. And while there, we got an assembly for recognition for working with the French, and it's where I got awarded the French Croix de Guerre.
Now this is the summer of 45.
Right.
Did you, you didn't, were you still there when Nuremberg trials started? When did you come home?
December 15th.
So the Nuremberg started in the fall, didn't it?
Did they start right away? I don't know.
I thought it was in the fall of 45. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Now, something going back here, I I don't know if I should say this, but after what happened with de Gaulle,
You mean slapping the
Yes.
British? Lah?
did you ever notice that when Stalin, Churchill, and Roosevelt would get together, that there was never a French, de Gaulle was never there?
Right.
Well, I heard in my back seat of my car the reason is because he was so crazy that they didn't dare bring him any place like that.
Oh, yeah. You could hear the people like Eisenhower speaking between the Tom Shaw.
Even the French, I
Right.
understood enough there to be able to understand what they were saying.
Why?
And of course, the general was driving around. He could talk English a little. And something happened there that I probably wouldn't be here today if it had been a Frenchman that had said that.
Oh, yeah?
In the car, you know, was
To drive a French general.
and in the car, this guy would like to show off to the other French officers that were with him. You know, in the afternoon, we'd take off and go tour around the reinforcements along the coast, or where the Germans were supposed to be, and turned in. He started talking English, you know. Little dumb Dumond here. I corrected him on an English that he'd not said it right.
Yeah.
There was a deep silence for about 5 minutes in the back of the seat there. And I thought afterwards I might have been shot the next morning.
Oh, ça aurait été un Français qui aurait dit ça, là.
Oh, geez, I savais péter là, ça.
Il se créait à plein. Il voulait pas se faire corriger, hein?
No. It shows, you know, if a guy that thinks anything at all was never done.
Yeah.
Well, I was treated very well by those people.
Yeah.
Very, very well. Et nous l'avons rendu à Heidelberg. After a while, they brought us to Bad Nauheim. We got billeted there until I came home. Until we left there last of December, and I got to the States at Devon's on December 15th, 45.
Just en temps pour Noël. Came straight home?
Flew in from Boston up here.
So you were like 3 years over there then, huh?
3 years. 3 years and 1 month. I mean, not overseas, but I was in the service 3 years.
Yeah. Now you flew from Boston to what, Presque Isle?
Pascal.
Now Presque Isle was a military base at the time.
I think it was still.
Yeah. Bangor, Dow was a military base, and so was Presque Isle. Limestone was just being built, or was that after?
Never even talked about limestone then.
Non. Loring, ça existait pas, quoi?
That existed between about the time of Korea, I think that was built.
Yeah. Now, when Korea started, le toilette était plus là-dedans, là.
And I left, when I hit the state and when I hit for Pascal, I was a free will, free
Yeah.
soul.
T'avais pu joiner des, comment ils appellent ça, the Army Reserves, everything de même.
I didn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah.
In fact, I left the place too fast. I could have claimed the incapacity, you know. Now I can't go back.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that all the time, but I didn't state it.
Oh, yeah. Tes pieds t'ont-tu badré après ça?
No.
No. So, what'd you do after the war, the Finn? You stayed right in Fort Kent here?
No. After the war, shortly after I got back home, I'd had a smattering of electronics. And I was always interested in electricity. We had the GI Bill there that helped people, veterans that wanted to go to school.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided to go back to a school at the technical school for electronics. No, I'll take that back. I was also interested in weather then,
Oh, yeah.
and that I made up my mind that I would go to school to be a weatherman. Wound up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's where the trade school was. After 3 months of going to classes there and listening to ham operators that were taking courses also there. Of course, once you hear a ham, you want to be a ham.
Yeah.
So I changed course and went into electronics.
Oh, okay.
And I stayed, I went through a course of 3 years. Electronics, that's how I got to be a radio man.
Oh, okay.
Then from there I came home and I started working at Daigle and Bouchard.
Oh, okay.
I worked there for 17 years.
Now, Daigle and Bouchard is the same building that Daigle Oil is in now.
Right.
Puis ça, c'était Bouchard, voyons.
Gerald Bouchard.
Jerry Bouchard, puis Guy Digg. Hein?
Guy Digg. Now Jerry Bouchard separated from Guy after a while. Started his own business and I stayed with Guy.
17 years you worked there.
Yeah.
So, like, you're almost into the mid-60s.
Well, from 50 on. Then Daigle and Bouchard went over to Daigle Appliance, then they went to Daigle Oil. Now they're dog.
Yeah.
You know, I left Daigle, Guy Daigle's place. I decided to start my own business, so I moved here, this place. I converted the garage,
On Market Street.
on Market Street. I had it set in my mind, and I'd been looking forward to that, to get my brother Dana to work with me. Dana was very much interested in electronics. I'd been paying for courses that he, correspondence courses, while he worked with me at Guy Digg. To be able, when I retired, that be able to help me and be with me. And he got killed by a train wreck in Winterville.
I remember that.
So that put that to rest.
About 1965, something like that. I remember that. Broke his neck, huh?
Yeah.
How old was he? He must have been in his 20s, 30s?
He must have been between 20 and 30 because he'd been married a couple of years.
Yeah. That's when I first moved to Fort Kent, and I remember that accident. I think, wasn't he just a broken neck? He didn't have anything else wrong with him? It was just like he didn't get all...
No, I really don't know about what it was. I think it was a broken neck.
Yeah, you know,
Whiplash.
like... Yeah, whiplash. Yeah, he didn't get like run over and all chewed up.
He was still in his truck.
He was still in his truck, yeah. Now, a while ago you mentioned Mathé Pinette from Fort Kent. Now, what did you ever hear more about her or her career?
I know now that she is in a home in Washington, D.C.
She's still alive?
Yes, but she's an Alzheimer victim, I think.
Okay. So she continued her career after the war?
I don't know. After she got back here, I don't know really what happened to her. I lost contact with her.
Yeah. Never heard about her anymore, like in the papers?
Unless I'd asked, like, what was his name? He worked a guy there, Bouchard. Don Bouchard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he was in Washington, and he knew more about her than that.
Oh, yeah.
I did, and I think he's the one that told me about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't we... I'll take a little break here, and we'll look at some of your pictures and the medals you had there, and then you can explain that to us. There's some pictures here from... This is is this in North Africa or Europe?
North Africa.
And here he is, the guy behind the first guy here. And what is this crew here, Finn?
We call them the Wandering Gypsies in North Africa. We were not attached for any unit. Our job was to ferry cars from the Atlantic coast, Morocco, over to as far as Egypt.
Is that right? So you're all drivers?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is again North Africa, and out of your group you formed 2 baseball teams, and you play baseball over there.
Yeah.
To entertain yourself in the desert. You were in the desert, huh?
The Atlas Mountains, the edge of the Sahara Desert.
Is that right? Atlas Mountains. Faisait chaud puis faisait fret.
Le soir, tu voulais geler, et puis dans le jour, là, il faisait assez chaud, c'était pas agréable.
Now this is the same group here? Or is this another group?
It's all the same group.
And you have drivers and mechanics and everything like that. Now this guy right here, the only guy that I think has a helmet on, is President Clinton's father. Ça rappelle son nom?
Blight. B-L-Y-E-T-H.
Blight Clinton.
No.
No, that was his...
Clinton was his, not his real father. He was...
Oh, wait.
His father died before he was born.
Oh, okay. So this guy is Clinton's real father? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Puis il est mort pas longtemps avant que Clinton vienne au monde. Puis il a marié Clinton après ça.
Ouais.
Puis l'autre a pris le nom de son... So this is Clinton's real father. Isn't that something? He was a mechanic.
Yeah, he followed me all through North Africa. We went to Italy, and this is where I left him.
Isn't that something? Now, how did you find out that he was the president's father?
Not too long ago, last year or the year before, Newsweek had a story, and they said where he'd been in service and where he'd wound up at Caserta, Italy. And I said, geez, that's where I was. So I looked at my book here for all the, but want people to find it. The people that signed my little book
Yeah.
for that name. I found it.
Is that right? C'est que c'était ça qu'ils ont signé, tu dis, c'est les gars qui étaient avec ça?
J'étais avec le service.
Attends, j'essaye.
Jeffrey Blythe.
Attends, voilà, je vais reculer, puis on va l'avancer le livre. Mais elle est proche. Attends, voilà. Est-ce qu'il est?
C'est très loin. Là.
Dans. Bill Jeffrey Blythe. Ah. Okay, isn't that something? President's father's signature. There is la Croix de Guerre, tu dis, from the French government?
French Army.
French Army. Ordre général, l'armée française, le général d'armée de Lattre,
De là, t'as signé.
Tassigné, commandant en chef de la première armée française, cite à l'ordre de la division Dumond Finland, corporal, 6e groupe d'armée US, pour service exceptionnel de guerre rendu en coopération avec les troupes françaises. La présente citation comporte l'attribution de la Croix de guerre avec étoile d'argent. July 10, 1945. Hey, that's quite something. Here it is. This is the silver star there on there. That's what that is.
That's what it means. L'étoile d'argent must be silver.
L'étoile d'argent, c'est ça que ça veut dire.
Il n'est pas silver là. Hein.
Le surpassé avait l'air bleu, le comment t'as dit pas? Il est tarnished, yeah. Now this is not you, Finland. Just a guy's
A friend of mine.
friend of yours that you took a picture of. This is at a castle in Caserta, Italy. And this is a swimming pool, you say?
About a mile long.
It was a mile long. That was not destroyed or anything?
No. The castle part of it was.
Oh, I see. So you had like a little break over there, or you stayed there for a while?
We were all around the pool where American troops were billeted.
Oh, okay.
Different organizations. In that,
Now, what does billeted mean for an Angoki?
they lived
There,
They
okay.
had tents and they lived there. That's why they went home at night when they. Now.
Dans des tentes?
Dans des tentes.
Okay.
And another thing of interest there also, Jules Ouellet was there.
Tuile Ouellet?
Jules Boulet.
Oh, yeah?
And another guy from Fort Kent, I forget his name, is Theriault.
Will Ouellet puis Will Boulet étaient à la même place que toi?
Right. But one was with the military law, and Jules Ouellet was with the repair battalion. Probably that's where he practices plumbing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we have a picture of some wax. This lady here is Mate Pinette from Fort Kent, who was what was she to Eisenhower again?
Private secretary.
Private secretary to Dwight D. Eisenhower. And what rank did she have, do you know?
I think she was captain.
Captain. And here she is again. AIDS invasion chief. Captain Matty Pinette of Fort Kent, Maine, is serving as personal secretary for General Dwight D. Eisenhower, leader of the U.S. British European invasion forces. Captain Pinette was among the first WAC officers to go to North Africa in 1942 and was torpedoed en route. In December 43, she was assigned to her present post. Tu comptais pas de m'entrer là tout de même. C'est vrai ça que je t'avais dit.
That's why I'm looking for a lot of this thing, especially for de Gaulle, because nobody believes me.
Yeah, that de Gaulle slapped those British soldiers, huh? Now isn't that something? Finn, you're not sure, but you think that Matty Pinette is the sister of Mrs. Dave Dago.
I'm quite sure it is.
Yeah. This is your car here, huh?
Yeah.
Car that you drove generals in and...
General de la Détaché.
Pardon?
The guy that on here, de la Détaché, that's the guy I drove along.
Oh, I see. Now you drove this because you could speak French. You were driving French officers.
Never heard English there unless the two of us, the two guys together, would talk English.
So everything was in French.
Right.
And there's your car again. This is an American car with an American driver driving French officers.
1942 car.
1942 car, because the French people, the French soldiers could not drive these cars properly. They wrecked them all the time. C'est toi, ce site là?
Yeah.
And so you drove and you also spoke French and...
Yeah, and show them the cognac sign
Haha.
where they made this stuff.
Oh yeah.
One of the pictures has cognac on it.
J'ai dit que mon film savait chez les Emmenés. Regarde ce qui est rendu. Cognac. Pour ça que tu étais populaire, Finn.
No, this is the name of the town.
I know, but I mean, c'est là que le cognac t'est fait, pareil, hein?
Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you something too there. Keep going on that. Is when we'd start from Cognac, France, the general would fly to Paris once in a while, and I'd leave a day ahead of time to pick him up at Orly Airport in Paris, and would make a detour. It was his aide, and I think it was Chirac. You know, I knew all those people. They were in the French army there.
Oh yeah, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's the one that's at the head of Paris.
Oh yes, yes.
Mitterrand drove him quite a bit.
Is that right?
And they were all in the French army. That was the headquarters.
Oh yeah.
But we'd leave in the morning there from Cognac, and the officer, that his aide, had a villa on the Normandy coast, on the Brittany coast. And he'd fill up the car with cases of cognac to put in his private wine cellar up there on the coast. It was Dina in France. And that was right close to Mont Saint-Michel.
Oh yeah.
And then we'd stay overnight there in the small villa he had there, very nice building. The servants were still operating the thing, the place. And we'd head for Paris from there.
Now the servants are still operating. Did the Germans ever occupy those places?
No.
No.
Conduct medal.
This is a good conduct medal, okay.
The next one is a victory medal.
Okay.
The next one is a American campaign medal.
Okay, I've seen that one before.
And the other one is the European North Africa Theater.
All right.
And up here you have the different, how many campaigns with the stars. I got 4 on them. And that's Europe and Italy and North Africa. My dog tags, Finland Dumond.
Yeah.
And then my qualifications on guns.
That's the cross, huh?
Yeah. The next one is qualifications as a driver.
Oh, yeah. Ah, tu me disais tantôt que ton nom a été appelé comme The Country. C'était un nom qui n'est pas ordinaire par ici, ça, Finland.
It's not ordinary any place as a first name.
T'as-tu déjà demandé à ta
I
mère
made
pourquoi
a hobby out of that. Wherever I go, I look in the telephone book to see if there's any Finlands.
You probably found some last names, Finland.
Yes, there's some in the county here.
Ouais.
They're Finland, F-I-N-D-L-A-N-D.
Oh, there's a D at the end, tu n'as pas.
This was very interesting when I talked on the ham radio, especially to the Midwest, Michigan and Wisconsin. I'd have cards come right back to me, proving that I'd talk with them. But the first question would say, "Are you from Finland?"
Ah, yeah.
Because those guys, people were they were Finnish,
Right.
and this was great population up there of Finn people.
Right. Swedish and
Yeah.
Norwegians and Finland and all that. T'as jamais su pourquoi que ta mère t'avait appelé Finland?
C'est mon père.
C'est ton père qui avait décidé ça?
One of his buddies, when he was in the military at Fort Devens, his name was Finland.
Ah, okay.
He gave me that name, Finland, and I had never liked the D. So by the time I was going to the high school, I personally myself changed it to Finland.
Ah, okay. So what is it now? F-I-N-L-A-N? Or is there a D?
A D.
There's a D in the middle.
F-I-N-L-A-N-D, yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay, you drop the D
The D in the center.
in the center. Okay. Ça, qu'est-ce que c'est ça, cette Finn?
This is my organizations that I belong to. I started off, of course I was 3 years in the service. This was my rank, corporal.
Corporal.
This was insignia for the 98th Division.
Ah, okay.
Trained in military.
Ça, c'est une tête d'Indien, ça, là, hein?
And when I landed in southern France, I was with the 15th Army.
Ah, okay.
Then I went to the 7th Army. On the
Which
patch
is this one here, là?
over here.
Well, our own.
And those were all underneath the 6th Army Group. And this is where I finally wound up as the 6th Army Group.
This one here, the rouge, là? Huh. Isn't that something? Well, this is very, very interesting.
I hope it is.
Oh, yeah, it is for sure, because it's not everybody that had the same experience, you know. But you had, an interesting stay in the army during the war.
What I would like to ask is if anybody could give me any help in remembering an article from Newsweek that came out around the 1960s about my experiences with the Go. Because somebody assured me that they read it, but I've never been able to find it, even through microfilms of the different Newsweeks.
So you've asked Newsweek about it?
Oh yes, I've written them often. I've spent time at the library at the college here, going through the one little box for half a year of all the issues of
Newsweek?
Of Newsweek. And I've never been able to get across it. See, John Lardner died in 60.
Okay.
So everything I have to look for is before 60.
Before 60. So you're saying that this thing that happened with the de Gaulle and the British soldiers, you've never seen it written anywhere?
No.
And somebody said they saw it?
Somebody told me that they'd read about it.
Yeah. Well, if there is somebody who listens to this, they might help you on that. Listen, thanks a lot, Finn. It was very interesting, and I hope that you have a long life. You're only 75.
I expect to reach 100.
But I come George Burns.
So my mom was the all-time consumer crusader because every nickel and dime to her was important. So she used to say to me, "Don't let them do that to you again."
Here with Val Nadeau of Fort Kent, who served in World War II. Must have been a young man when you served in World War II, Val?
Oh, well, I was 19 when I went in. Because I had a deferment for 1 year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I was the last one to get in the service.
Are you the youngest in the family?
Yep,
So who were your parents in Fort Kent here?
Damos Nadu.
And they had how many kids?
12 kids.
Half and half, or mostly boys? Or
7 boys and 5 girls.
5 girls.
Well, yeah, 5 girls.
So now you're in, what year was that? Look, that you were drafted, Lithuania?
In 1945.
The last year of the war.
Yeah.
Now, the reason you say you were not drafted earlier, you could be drafted at 18, is that it?
Yeah, but I had a deferment to work on the farm with my brother Guy there.
Okay. Whose farm was that? Your parents?
It was Guy's farm.
Guy's farm.
Yeah, my brother.
So you guys were all at the right time to go in the army during the Second World War.
Yeah.
And most of you went.
There were 6 of us in the service at one time.
6 out of 7.
6 out of 7, yeah.
The only guy who didn't go was Guy.
He had some triplets, and I guess that.
He had triplets, what, right in the middle of the war there, in the middle 40s, or?
Well, there must be in the 43, 44, I don't
Yeah.
know, 43.
So you were the youngest of the boys.
Yep.
They drafted, who are your brothers that went in the service?
The oldest one was Odon,
Odon?
and there was Lucian, which he was in the Merchant Marine then.
Merchant Marine, so you transport stuff, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you transport stuff there back and forth. And there was Firin that was in, and there was Lou J, Albidi, and I.
And because you were the youngest, they took you last, or they gave you a year off.
That was yeah.
Were you all in the same kind of service? Was it the Army, the Marines?
No, Lucian was in the Merchant Marines, and some were in the Air Force, and Lou J and I think, and Fiona, I think, were both in the Army.
Army. So you're drafted in the winter of 45, I imagine?
Yeah, it was February. I went in February of 45.
And all of you were drafted, all your brothers, or were you joined? Did anybody join?
Lucian was a volunteer. Lucian was Merchant Marine, as volunteer. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you were 6 at one time.
Yep.
Isn't that something? I saw a movie once, the Sullivan Brothers. There were 7.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I think they all died on a ship or something.
Yeah, quite a few for them, I think.
Yeah. A lot of them died on the ship. You guys are all separate. You are not together.
No.
No. So now you're 19 years old. You're drafted. You go in the army. How did it feel? Did you know the war was ending at the time?
Oh no.
Is that right?
I only knew the war was over when I was on my way over.
So there was no talk of this being the end.
No.
Tell it back that way.
We were going there, yeah. I was halfway over when they were supposed to be on we were the only ship going over, but we were supposed to meet a convoy somewhere around Okinawa to make to invasion in Japan then.
You were on the way to invade Japan.
Yep.
Holy jeez. So you never really saw any action?
Nope. The only thing I did though when I got there, we were patrolling the island to pick up the Japanese that were leftovers in caves there. They didn't know the war was over, so.
Yeah. This was on Okinawa?
That was on that was on Saipan.
Saipan.
That's where I went. I went to the Marianas.
Oh, okay.
Saipan, Tinian, and Guam.
That's in the South Pacific.
Yeah. Tinian is where the B-29 left to bomb Tokyo. That was the longest air base.
Oh yeah.
At that time. And
now, did you find any resistance still from the Japanese in the caves?
No, not too much. No, they knew there was something, but they didn't know the news too much. But they knew that the war was over. So probably there was no more bombing and things like that.
Yeah, they could see there was nothing going on. So did we hear that some of them committed suicide? Is that?
Oh yeah. Some of them instead of getting them out, they would get in a circle and they would commit Hurgulakura, they say. I don't know what.
Yeah.
They would kill themselves instead of giving themselves up.
They would kill themselves, like a guy would kill himself. He wouldn't kill.
Yeah,
somebody.
they would cut the bottom of their
Abdomen,
their
huh?
abdomens. Yeah, they would cut that off, and they died right there in a circle.
They had a
Didn't see too
special.
many of those, but we saw a couple bunch that did that.
Yeah, you saw them after they did it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we were patrolling then. And
Yeah. So did you ever get to Japan itself?
No, I stayed 6 months on Saipan, and then after that they sent me to Guam, and that was over a year a little bit on Guam.
Oh yeah. Came home.
Yeah, and after that we're all anxious to come home.
Oh, I imagine. Anybody get hurt in your family?
No.
The boys that
we're
were.
all lucky that we had pretty good. Luce was my middle in the family. He had it pretty rough.
Yeah.
He went to Africa, and then he walked all the way up to Italy and way up to Stuttgart and Germany and everywhere.
You were right in the middle of it.
Yeah, he had it pretty rough.
Yeah. So you come home now in 1946 about?
Yeah, and then I was discharged December 1946.
And what do you come home to? Did you have a job? Did you have a family?
Yeah,
Were you married?
I still went to work where I was working before at the Daigle American, Velma Daigles.
Oh.
Yeah, I went back to work there.
Arthur Degg.
Arthur Degg, yeah.
Arthur, il y avait pas une compagnie d'huile, lui?
He had city service and Citgo oil. Oh yeah, he was in business with the cars, Hudson's, and
Il vendait des Hudson à ce temps-là.
yeah.
Now his garage where it was where Key Bank?
Bank is now, yeah. And he, there. I worked there 27 years with Alma. Yeah.
So-
she sold to Dead River.
Oh yeah. So this was what you did. You got married to Betty.
Yeah. Got married to Betty Halpin.
Is she from Fort Kenton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She always lived on Pleasant Street.
Oh yeah. That's where you live too?
Yeah, we live in had an apartment across the street where she lived there for a while. Yeah.
And you had how many children?
We had 6 of them, and we lost a 3-year-old one by an accident.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How long you been retired now?
6 years now.
Oh yeah. Still, toi là, t'avais 19 ans en 1945. If I'm, t'arrives à quoi là?
I'm 70. I was
Yes.
71 December 7th.
Oh yeah. You just about made it, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I just one of the last one to go.
Yeah. Did you feel at the time when you were drafted that were you scared that
No.
No?
Everybody was going.
Yeah.
Everybody was going. That's the only place where you were going.
Yeah.
In the service.
T'acceptais ça?
Yep. Everybody wanted to get in there.
Ouais, ils voulaient faire le port, hein?
Well,
Yeah.
there wasn't that much. When you're young, you don't have that much to do, so
Yeah.
you went where they needed you.
Now, when you were a kid, là, toi, là, on va dire un teenager, là, puis even younger, là, c'était le temps de la dépression, ça?
Yeah, I guess.
Il y avait pas...
No, yeah, there was not that much going on then.
What did you
My
do
father,
for...
my father was a farmer, and we helped him out on the farm
Yeah. Where was he farming?
on French Hill Road there, 3 miles.
Where, comment il s'appelle?
Lewis is there
Lewis,
now.
yeah. Lewis lives there.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the homestead.
And it went up the mountain and everything.
Yeah. Oh yes, we used to go way up to the short hill up there.
Is that right? Now, farmers in those days, c'était pas des grosses fermes, ça, là.
Oh no,
c'est-
we had,
Comment vous avez d'argent, à peu près?
probably 35, probably
Yeah.
35 acres.
Puis
Very small.
il a élevé 12 enfants avec ça.
12, yeah.
Holy cow. I think most farmers were about that size as far as
Yeah, they had big families.
30 acres, 40 acres, 50 acres, hein?
Yeah.
C'était les plus gros, ça, là?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did they have big farms like 200 acres in those days?
Oh, maybe a few. Not too many. Yeah, I mean, I called him. That was a big farmer at that time, and
Yeah.
the Frank Martin and Antonio.
Okay.
We used to plant quite a few acres.
Yeah.
A few, I mean, so we're pretty
Yeah.
good. Big farm.
You didn't have any use for your French, though, going to Japan. I mean, in that area. Some guys went to Europe and they used their French a
No,
lot.
I never used my French over there. No.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Comment vous avez eu d'enfants? 6, tu dis?
6, yeah.
6, huh?
Yeah.
Are they all around here or they moved away?
No, there's my daughter's in Virginia, and her husband is a pilot for Clinton.
He is?
Yeah, he's flying President Clinton helicopter.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he flew Reagan around for 4 years, and then
He flies a helicopter.
yeah,
So-
he's a Marine.
Okay, so like he takes him from the White House to
Yeah,
Camp David?
Right now he's in Australia with President Clinton.
Oh,
with
so
the helicopter.
when they go on the big plane, he goes with them?
No, well, he rides in the US 1,
Yeah.
Marine 1, but
Yeah.
they bring over the helicopters in another boxcar there.
Oh,
They travel the helicopters.
so they put a helicopter in a big transport plane
Yeah, I think
and...
they bring 2 or 3 of them, and 2 of them
Oh,
at least.
yeah,
and-
jeez. So now they've got their own helicopters in Australia.
Well, yeah, when the president only fly in his helicopter, so U.S. Marine 1, so they bring their own over there.
Isn't that something, huh?
Yeah, he's on his way back. Clinton will be flying back. He's going to be going to China there, and then on the news last night he's going to China. And Ronnie's on his way back. Sally called last night, and she said he's going to be back. Ronnie will be back Monday.
So he's not going to China, do you?
No, they don't bring the helicopters that far up. China,
Okay.
and then I think he's going to the Philippines to. She
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Puis lui, Ron qui s'appelle, c'est un gars de
Ronald
Paris?
Birubé.
Birubé?
Yeah, his father used to be from Wallagrass here, but they moved to Saco, Maine. Ronnie was just a young boy.
Oh, okay.
And he went to school here, college.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, came to college at Fort Kent, and then
So this guy is not a kid, Ron, either. He
Ronnie's
must be
46 now.
46,
He's
yeah.
got 24 years of Marine right now.
Oh, okay.
He's been in the Marine for 24 years.
Puis, what rank does he have as a pilot?
Colonel.
He's a colonel.
Full colonel, yeah.
Holy crap. So he sees a lot of interesting things, eh?
Huh?
He sees a lot of interesting things,
He's
huh?
a full.
Holy crap. Paul, ça, tes autres enfants sont alentour?
Michael is in Italy. He's in the army.
Now, Mike was up here last year or the year before, myself.
He came, for a little while.
I saw him.
We knew him at Italy.
Wow.
It's been 2 years.
2 ans, yeah.
Yeah, he's been in Italy for 2 years. He's a major. And he's got another year to go before he comes back home.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll have 20 years in, so.
Oh, yeah. So he made a career out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then Jeannie's in Fort Kent, Susan Prescal, working for practice doctors in the hospital there.
Uh-huh.
And Bruce is a recruiter for the National Guard
Oh, is that right?
in Augusta. Yeah.
He's in Augusta. Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Bruce was in a band with Dan and
Yeah.
comment est-ce qu'ils appelaient? Là? Ils avaient un nom,
They
hein?
appelait les Crew Cuts.
Crew Cuts.
Yeah.
Mike Charette.
Bruce and
Huh?
the Crew Cuts.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce and the Crew Cuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he still play music?
No, right now he's too busy to play music.
Yeah.
And he's building a house, so he said when he's all done, they'll probably start practicing in the cellar there.
Yeah.
Kids there.
Well, it's, always fun to... Puis, il y en a un autre à part de ça, là? Is that it?
Well, there's 2 boys and 3 girls.
3 girls, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you at least saw some around the world, even though you didn't fight. And
Oh, yeah.
I would think must be
nice.
scary. I can't imagine being on the front line having bullets.
No, I was not in the front line, but it's you're away from home and you're always anxious to get back home.
Oh, yeah. So who lived on these islands? Saipan, étais-tu là?
Saipan and Guam, yeah.
Who lived
Those
on
are
these islands?
Paradise Islands now, hey, Guam.
C'est beau à plein, ça, là.
Well, Guam is I bet it's a paradise island now. I mean, it's at that time there was nothing, but now, like,
Yeah.
everybody goes to Guam for
Yeah.
vacation. And
Yeah. Il y avait, c'était-tu détruit à plein, ça, là? Ça avait
Oh
été
yeah, there was
bombé?
nothing left.
Nothing at all?
No, there was nothing left there. No.
You had to rebuild and,
And they built, and the Air Force was on one end of the island, and then they had the Navy at the bay, and then the Army was in the middle part.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Getting ready for Japan.
yeah.
Must have been quite a celebration. Were you on the ship when you heard
Yeah, I
the...
was on the ship. Well, I was near the island of Wake Island. We were on our way over when they let us know that the war was over, so they gave us 2 cans of beer. Everybody had 2 cans of beer to celebrate the sign of the. It was all over. Yeah.
Now, did you hear about the atomic bomb?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh yeah.
On the ship?
On the ship. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You, how did they tell you that?
They just wrote that they didn't
was
say
it
about
over
the atomic
the-
bomb, but they told us the war was over.
Yeah, but the war wasn't over right away, was it? I mean, like
No,
they bombed
I
the
think they bombed around the 6th.
6th of August,
And
yeah?
It was the 10th. We were on. I was on the.
Oh, okay.
I was 10th of the 5th. 10th. It took us 30 days to go over
Is that right?
from Seattle, Washington to. Yeah, we stopped in Hawaii
Hawaii.
for one night, and I got off. I was lucky, and I got off the boat and I picked up an address there. And we stayed in Hawaii one night, and then the next day we left, and we were going to Japan on the invasion at that time. But it was signed.
Did you, were you all new guys, or were there a lot of Europe soldiers that had been in Europe?
No. We picked a lot of Hawaiian boys in Hawaii when we
Okay.
stopped there. Quite a few Hawaiian boys got in with us, but
Yeah.
but we weren't that many on the ship. We were only 1,200
Oh,
on
yeah.
our ship.
Okay.
See, it was just a Liberty ship, and it was a small ship, and we were all alone. And
Your ship was by itself?
yeah, we had a
Oh.
little. That's why it took us so long to get over, because at night we wouldn't move at all in the kind of submarines. So we had a little sub chaser, they call it, and we were on a Liberty ship. We were only 1,200, and so we at night was calm, so we wouldn't move. We'd just go in. So it took us 30 days to get to Saipan.
T'avais bien timé ça. La
Yeah.
guerre est finie.
Yeah.
Mais
I didn't time it. It came that way.
yeah. You were lucky.
Yeah.
Mais sub
See, I
chaser,
was
ça?
sub chaser. That's
What's
a little
that?
submarine.
Oh,
A little sub chaser that chases kind of where the where the submarines are. See, they call that a sub chaser.
pour moi, ce temps-là, il y avait plus grand submarines.
Oh no, Japan was
Navajo?
all over the sub.
Voyons, tu sais.
Oh no, the ocean was full of submarines. The war weren't over yet.
Yeah,
I mean, the war was going strong. You know, it just when we're halfway in that they signed it.
yeah.
But took a few days before they yeah.
Ben, submarine, ça se fait pas décamper souvent, ça veut dire, they
you
stay.
can have the equipment to
Yeah.
shoot them off.
Submarine stayed underwater,
Yeah.
puis, you know.
I was with just a little sub chaser, Stank. Yeah, but it's not a sub chaser. I don't know.
At least let you know they were there.
Well, they would chase, yeah, they would contact them. They had radar on that and everything, you know, and I don't know what we could have done. We just went. They probably had torpedoes on that thing too. I don't know.
Oh, the boys,
The
yeah.
little- I mean, the little sub chasers too. I don't know. We never got to see them too close.
Did you meet anybody there that you knew?
Yes, I met a guy from Van Buren,
Oh, yeah?
Robert Levasseur, and it happened that he was there before I was, and we met on Guam, and he was a clerk there. So when he left, he came home before I did. So when I came home, he was going to ready to get married, so I was best man for him.
Oh,
And we just celebrated 50 years this spring in May there. 50 years of marriage, and yeah, Bob Levasseur.
il est encore à Van Buren?
No, he's in, right now he's retired in Arizona, I guess.
Uh-huh.
In Arizona, but he used to be a barber in Mapleton.
Ah,
Lived in Mapleton, and he was a barber there. And yeah. And
ça aurait dû faire du bien de rencontrer quelqu'un.
yeah.
de la
Oh
vallée,
yeah.
hein?
Oh yeah. We used to. at night and drink beer, and, you know, that's all we had to do.
Yeah, pas grand place à aller.
No place at all. There was no village, no nothing.
Is that right?
No.
I was going to ask you what kind of people live there. C'était pas des Japonais, c'était que
Non, non, c'est des Guamanians qui appelaient.
Yeah.
Guamanians.
You know, comment tu appelles ça? Hein?
Ils appelaient ça des gooks.
Yeah.
The Guamanians, no, and there was only a few. No, the young ones were gone.
Yeah.
The young girls and all that, the Japanese had taken them away, and
Yeah.
just some old ladies there. There was a little city there before, Agana. That was their town, their city,
Yeah.
and there was nothing there after that.
Yeah.
It was all blown apart.
Now this island was the Japanese had it for a while, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Guam was 15 miles wide and about 30 miles long. That was Guam. And Saipan was 5 miles wide and 15 miles long.
So that's not very big.
No, no,
Pas grand place à aller.
no, just a rock.
Puis Tinian was the other one?
Yeah,
Tinian? We've had a whole week of snow this week. Temperatures are not bad. It gets to 20 degrees, 10 degrees, 30 degrees. In the daytime it's 30, 25, 30, 35. But today is the 33rd anniversary of the assassination of President Kennedy. It's a Friday, just like it was 33 years ago. At about this time, right now, it's actually 12:25 right now, not 1:25, is when President Kennedy got shot in Dallas. About half an hour later, over CBS News, the only channel we had then, Walter Cronkite came on and told us that President Kennedy had been shot. I think it took another 2 hours before he said that he had died. 33 years ago today. Everybody remembers what they were doing at that time.